Nigga should have played some music, but I'm gonna get me an intro song or something, bro. We gonna get it.
Oh, I used that. You ever heard of Fever? Fever?
Fever, yeah.
Yeah, I use that. I started using that.
Oh, I'm gonna check it out, bro. What's going on, everybody? This is another episode of Alphacology, man. I'm here with my main man, Tug World.
What it do? What it do?
So, man, today, man, it's just another good life lesson and learning that I be doing, man. With alphacology. Every day I strive to be the most alpha version of myself. Some days I am, some days I'm not. But each day, each month, I'm progressing, getting better and better at this whole thing, man. I'm trying to be the best man I could possibly be, and I like to call that the most alpha version of a man I could be. All right? So today, man, I like to get a little personal with y'all and tell y'all, not in grave detail, drop names and stuff, but stories. 3 stories that I ran into, and I'm gonna have Howard interject, but 3 stories of my life in dealing with women, where I call these 3 women Jezebels. All right, and my 3 run-ins with the Jezebels and what I learned. You feel me? Because, hey, I hate to say it, a lot of us learn from teachings and a lot of us learn from experience. I hate to be the dude to learn from experience, but I have to sometimes. All right? So, like I said, the L's I take are lessons. So, I feel like every lesson I have, the Most High gives me is a blessing. But if you guys didn't know, if you never heard of a Jezebel, basically it's an evil woman. All right? All of the above. A thought, hoe, evil, manipulative, whatever it is. If you ever seen a dude and he was one way and then he got with a girl and he just totally changed, he was with a Jezebel. A succubus. You know what I'm saying? So y'all go ahead and do y'all research, but if you ever know anything of the Bible, Jezebel was a queen who was trying to take the Israelites from worshiping God and worshiping a different God. And she used that through manipulation tactics, and every man who denied her, she basically tried to kill them or destroy their name. All right? So just think about that whole theme when I used to be like, man, there ain't no such thing as Jezebel. That's just a Bible story. But as I became older and wiser and I self-reflect on my life, bruh, Tug, I'm not lying to you. It's more Jezebels out there than it is wives. Than it is,
You see a lot of Jezebels everywhere. Definitely on social media when they be airing people out.
That's the number one sign, bro. If you got a chick that's always screenshotting dudes and this, that, the third, and, attacking dudes online, trying to beef. Like, I don't beef with a chick online. You know that.
No, we never. Nah, man.
Never doing that.
We never go back and forth with a woman.
You probably get an hour or two of my ending. Once you play your Jezebel card, I cut you off. Usually I cut you off. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like every woman got a little bit of Jezebel in her. It just depends on how you stroke that lion to if you're gonna get it out of her or not. So the first story, this was a little bit when I was a little bit younger, and I dealt with a Jezebel. And I met the chick. I actually met her on MySpace. She kept coming at me, kept hollering at me. I'm like, man, I don't even know what this girl looked like. Right? And then she invited me to a party over there. I think I was in Wellington. So I pulled up on her. And the girl was fine as hell. I'm like, God dang, she fine. Like, all right, MySpace. That's the first time I ever met a chick offline. I still wasn't comfortable with it. But anyway, she was the prototype. Short, pretty face, big booty. I got it in the car right there. You know what I'm saying? Boom. After that, we was caking on the phone. I never forget. This was my senior year. I was leaving to go to California to play football over there. And bro, we used to cake on the phone so much. Like, I got like $2,000. I had a graduation party. I got like $2,000 at my graduation party. Man, 700 of that 2,000 went to a phone bill because I was on the phone with her every day, bro. Like, y'all don't understand this. Y'all boys gotta understand this. The more you talk to a female and give her attention, the more emotionally attached you will be to that woman, whether you fucked her or not. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. The ones who be like, I love attention. You don't have to pay for this, that, the other. I just want attention from you. Believe me, that's a Jezebel spirit. And the more attention you give a woman, the more energy you give a woman, the easier it is for her to control you. All right? So, and sometimes, because with me, as you will see when I tell you about the third one, you'll see that's why you can't be halfway alpha and halfway beta, because now shit gonna blow up in your face. You gotta be all the way one way. And it could be a lonely life. I had to cut a lot of chicks off because some days I just couldn't handle it, bro. Like, sometimes you can't handle what they're trying to bring and the chaos they're trying to put in your life. So this one, everything was cool. We was messing around, and I went off to school, and I was messing around, but she was acting faithful. So, shoot, I was acting faithful. You know, I'm 18. I don't know no better. Then, you know, shit went down. I was like, man, I'm coming back to school. I'm coming back home. She was like, oh, I miss you, baby. Love you. Can't wait to see you. Da 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 da. I think the next day, my cousin called me. She was like, man, you know, I seen your girl at Walmart. It looked like her boyfriend. I'm like, I'm her boyfriend. What you mean? So I called her just to see. I was like, man, my cousin said she seen you at Walmart. That's all I said. She was like, oh yeah, she seen me with my brother. That was my brother. Like, I ain't even asked you that. I just, you know what I'm saying? My brother. That's the first time on my brother, my cousin, my friend. If a girl say, oh, that's my friend, ha ha. Mm-hmm. See, just like when you read up on the story of Jezebel, she was always surrounded by friends, males, stuff like that. Have sex, have orgies. I mean, if you want to deal with a Jezebel on some whole shit, and you just trying to, you know, all right, you got to watch yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, man, the Most High, just like they got fast food, the Most High made hoes. Some women just gonna be hoes. Y'all just gotta know how to work it. Don't fall in love with them. Don't get them pregnant. All right? And I'm saying that from the bottom of my heart because I done fell for a hoe before. And boy, listen. Listen. You know, ooh, Jesus. And that's what I'm getting to. So, this motherfucker was a smooth talker. It just, like most women, like most of us, we're programmed to believe women. And you're not really in what I like to call alpha male mindset, where you believe women. You don't believe a woman. You believe her actions. You believe her body language. You believe how she reacts to the question. I remember a lawyer told me one time, he said, you do not go in the courthouse emotional. Because usually the ones who's all emotional and doing the rah-rah, those usually are the ones who are lying. You know what I'm saying? Just be ready to prove that you're telling the truth. That's what he told me. Same thing with females. Some females, they'd be like, oh, I would never do that. And I like all that. Or they would just jump straight to it like, oh, I was with my brother. Da, da, da. I'm like, I ain't even know that. I was like, oh, okay. I ain't even ask her. So when I got back, you know, push came to shove, stuff ain't work out in California. That's a whole different story. Damn near got kicked off the team for just being a young asshole, but a young know-it-all. But, you know, the coach asked me to stay, but I was just like, man, I was over it. So, and I was trying to get away from another chick. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to go back home. I was homesick. So I came back home, and bruh, this was the first time I got a long-ass text, man. I get off the plane. I look at my phone. I'm like, oh, dang, they text me. I'm going to plan on seeing her. She was like, oh, it's just I want to go another direction. It's not you, it's me. I'm like, damn, this bitch broke up with me over a text.
Long ass paragraph too.
So come to find out, she and Buddy, she got all the way engaged to Buddy. So I'm like, God, I wasn't tripping, but I was tripping because I'm like, damn, bro, you was never gonna tell me, like, are you know what I'm saying? And I was sad for a couple of days. My daddy was like, I was like, man, I lost my girl. He was like, what I told you? Don't. He was like, you could go somewhere else. I'm about to kick you out this house if you're gonna mope around. It wasn't only. I think I was moping around for like 2 days, and he was ready to kick me out. I was like, bro, don't come around here with the puppy dog. Like, you're 18 years old. You ain't got a pot to piss in. You ain't paying no bills yet. You really don't. That's the first time my dad said, hey, if you can't put food on the table and a roof over her head, and I'm still taking care of you, you don't really need no goddamn girlfriend. So, but he was like, he said, you ain't lose no girl. She lost you. That's how you got to look at it. So I'm here to tell y'all, a bitch, you ain't lose a bitch. The bitch lost you. That's how you got to look at it. You got to always look at it that you the prize. Tell me otherwise. I always say that. I say, what makes you the prize? And if they say anything about a pussy or being a woman, I just cancel them out. Like, that's stupid. Like, you can't save me or protect me. I'm the protector. I'm the savior. You feel me? I'm going to be the prize. When shit go down, guess who you going to call? Me. You feel me? They ain't used to that because they grew up with either the daddy ain't shit or the mama wasn't shit. But somebody in that situation was ain't shit to the point where you see men differently or you see women differently. Me, I see women for what they, cause my mom was a good mom. My dad was a good dad. So I had both of those. So when I step into a situation, I have to actually analyze, well, where the fuck this motherfucker coming from? But reason I said she was a Jezebel, because she was lying. Like, she wanted me to come back home. She was like, come back home. I'm like, how the hell you gonna beg me to come back home? Even though I was gonna come back home and encourage me to come back home. And in 48 hours, dip on me and get engaged. We're 18, we're young. So that's the first time I understand the woman, like female nature, is whimsical. That means one day she could love you and the next day she could hate you. You know what I'm saying? Especially at a young age like 18. You ain't gonna find no mature woman all the way to about 35, 45 sometimes. Trust me.
Yeah. But by the time that happens,
they're gonna be who they are.
Yeah, pretty much in your 30s, you start developing who you are. As a woman, that's when things start really sloping down.
Yes, because that body ain't gonna, the titties ain't gonna sit up right no more. That body, and you gonna understand how much you need a man, and how them dates gonna come harder and harder to come by. Because you get stuck in your ways now. The guys who you wanted to be with or you should have been with, they gone already. You know, it's called the wall. That wall undefeated. That wall, every woman that walked through my door that I was dating that was over the age of 34 years old, they was ready to jump in a relationship with me. Fuck it. I'll move in or you moving with me. Like, they were ready. Why? Because that biological clock was ticking like, oh shit, I'm 34 years old. I'm 36 years old. And I ain't got no family. Or I'm a single mother. You feel me? So that's why I be looking at them chicks. They talking, oh, I'm going to leave him. I'm like, man, y'all got 3 kids together. Who finna take you? I told them all the time, I said, life is not a fucking Tyler Perry movie where you got a bunch of kids and the perfect good looking guy who's a great guy gonna come and take you.
A real man ain't gonna take you serious with 3 kids.
What, especially if I got a chick that look just like you or better than you with no kids.
Exactly. I gotta deal with the baby dad. I gotta deal with all
the baby daddies.
You gotta find a babysitter for your 3 kids. I definitely got multiple baby daddies. That's the worst.
That's the worst. So, you know, I wasn't tripping on her because we were young. We were 18. Even though we became good, cool friends after that, I noticed how she used to switch dudes all the time. And then this was a good stroke to my ego, tried to come back on me. And I was just like, shit, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? You already 2 kids in now. I had you you basically ran through, but you came to me. But she came to me humble, cool. She was still fine. It was just very hard for me to say yes to 2 children and you when you had me at the age you had me. Now we're 23. You know what I'm saying? 24. Now you like, hey, we should have always stayed together. What happened to us? You fucked that up. And then that's when I heard my dad's voice. It was like, they don't lose you. You lose them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you don't lose them. They lose you. And I'm like, yep. That's confirmation right there. I'm still on my shit. But I also noticed, because I was looking at the dudes, like, what this dude got that I ain't got? What this dude, all right, he didn't. He was just different. Or that was just her cup of tea at the time. At the end of the day, came back to me. And I know all the dudes ain't have what I called a father figure like mine who would say, hey, snap out of that shit. You 18. Think of, you got, have pride in yourself. And because I talk to young dudes now during the consultation. Guys, if you ever want to schedule a consultation, man, hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, IG, Mufasa, Fashaw on IG, Twitter, Jones G Fashaw. I got a clubhouse now. But, yo, I talk to these young dudes and they're like, man, what I'm supposed to do? What I'm going to do? I'm going through it. What I'm going to do? Da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, bro, you 18. You don't even have your life figured out. Nobody had their life figured out at 18.
It's not your season yet. Man.
It ain't your season. LeBron ain't jumping the league at 18 and won the championship. He didn't.
It took him then 6 years and to jump on another team.
Yeah, exactly.
To go ahead and win his first one.
That's why I was like, man, focus on you. You get a girlfriend, cool. So, I ain't gonna lie. I was 18, 19. I was bullshitting. I was telling females whatever the fuck they wanted to hear to get my dick sucked, get smash them, whatever. I was on a rampage after that. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, this crown hidden, but that was my first bout with that Jezebel. Like, I was like, dang, bro. And it's always the same thing, like, make me so comfortable. I'm just gonna chill. You know what I'm saying? Now I got plenty more Jezebels, but these the 3 that stuck out the most. That hit me, and I was just like, damn. And it just makes you not trust women. I done been through some traumatic experiences with a female trying to destroy my character, try to fuck up my life. So, I'm not even going to get to that. That's going to be the 3rd one. All right. So, fool me once, shame on, what is it? Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Right? So, the second story of Jezebel, this girl, again, was my type. Laid back, cool, real chill. Kind of tomboyish, but still, fine, shit like that. She was in and out the army and shit, so that's already a red flag off rip. Mm-hmm. You dating an army chick. I don't know if y'all know, but they getting off.
Oh, yeah, all real.
Excuse me. And, bruh, I shit you not. No lie, bro. Everything was good. I was going to her house, smashing regularly. She just broke up with me. Just was chilling like, man, this ain't gonna work out for me. I'm just like, this is the second. I'm like, bruh, nothing's wrong. Like, we never been in an argument. She just told me she was bored. I'm like, damn, you bored? I ain't hitting this shit right. All right, whatever. But, from the first stint with Jezebel, I already knew, like, man, This is like girlfriend number 2 or 3 anyway. She was in a rotation. She probably ain't know. She probably did know. But we never had no arguments like that. She was just going through a lot in her life. You got to understand, some chicks come into your life, and we was young too. 18, 19 years old with fucking baggage, bro. Like, bro, how the fuck your life fucked up at 18, 19? Like, that's the type of shit we got to go through in the black community that we got to really address. Like, why we got all this baggage and this childhood trauma with our women and our boys, with our young women and our young men, to the point where, bruh, I can't even have a decent relationship where I could depend on a woman for basic mental, emotional needs. Like, you just can't do it. So, like, she sat there chill, and she was like, you're the only guy that never flipped out when I broke up with him like that. I said, so you do this all the time? I ain't tripping. Because I already was prepared. Like, I was already on some player shit anyway. I thought I was the world's #1 player. So I had all these little girlfriends and shit like that. And we still kept smashing after that. And I was like, man. And she was like, one day she called me out the blue and she was like, you need to go get tested. My heart dropped. I'm like, how? We only had sex unprotected one time, right? So I know you ain't pregnant. And then I'm like, I said, cut. Like, if I got HIV or something, I was ready to snap, right? But she was like, no, it's not that. I got a STD. I said, which one? You know what I'm saying? So I'm scared. She sent me this text while I was in church. I was like, bro, I left church. I went to go. So I ran to the clinic. I went to like 3 clinics. Every clinic I walked in, it was a female I knew. I was like, no, I can't go here. So I ended up going to clinic all the way. And boy, it was the longest 2 days of my life. Because she had chlamydia.
Yeah, chlamydia is, it's known when you're out
it's
here.
It's very, hey, bro.
When you're out here fucking a lot, definitely unprotected.
But I wasn't. But I said, who else you smashed? She was like, it's only you. So I went, bro. I ain't have nothing. So I said, who was it? Like, now I'm arguing with her. Like, now I'm mad because I'm like, again. When I hear Jezebel, when you hear Jezebel, as soon as it pop up in your head, that bitch lying about something. Oh, it was my ex. He came from the army. I said, oh, why the hell but you want to blame it on me? Well, you're the last person I slept with. I said, well, by the grace of God, I ain't catch it. I didn't even know. I thought if dude had an STD, I could catch it. But gave it, like, I guess I ain't go deep enough. I don't know. But I remember just, I think that night, that was that night where I ain't really smash, or like, I wasn't feeling like that. I think I just caught the head or something like that at the end of the day.
Right.
But she made it think it was me, like, oh, you gave me an STD. So I was just like, God damn. I'm over here feeling bad.
The whole time she fucking wrong.
Yeah, because that was the only girl I did that. And for the next few years, I made sure I strapped up and, let me see your papers. You can see my papers. I got papers now, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it don't matter. I'm going in and out of clinics getting all these results. And, believe it or not, that actually makes a woman attracted to you more. Like, look, my dick clean. And as soon as you tell them your dick clean, they be, oh, we don't need to use no condom. I'm like, yeah, nah. Yeah, you feel me? Still use it. But, I got caught sleeping a couple times. But that's between, far and near. So that's the second story. And that still kind of fuck you up now. I got 2 fucked up ass stories after that. Because it's really 5 Jezebels. But I'm going to keep it at 3 because now, after your 3rd mistake, now it's just a fucking decision. Yeah, you feel me? So I had to check myself. That's why I say, man, I come over here, I try to be the most alpha version of myself. Because I had a great, one thing about it is, if a bitch come at me too strong and too masculine, I could fall back. Or I could keep them at a distance. What be fucking me up is me, the femininity. So when they come all feminine, it's like it's like a default. Like, damn, I could believe this girl because she's feminine with it. She's not arguing with me. She's not being masculine. So that's always been my weakness too. Femininity, pretty face, fat ass, like just doing nice, sweet shit for me, stroking my ego. And they'll stroke your ego to goddamn sleep, like Samson and Delilah type shit. And the third one, it was a bunch of pillow talking. And this Jezebel was a little bit more set up, like one day she's that, like one day she's smooth, and then one day be like, who the fuck are you? Right? Bipolar like a motherfucker. But what I learned is when I was dealing with this one, everything was good as long as you was not telling her no. And then it was an issue if you told her no. You know, and this one I felt like, all right, I gave her too much leeway. She felt like she had too much power in the situation. Right. Because she felt like she knew everything about me. Like, oh, da-da-da-da. Oh, if you don't do this, I'm going to do this. And then that's when I knew, fuck, I'm dealing with a Jezebel. Now, I want to cut her off like, bitch, fuck you, da-da-da-da, but I don't want all my business out there. But either way, first thing I looked at was myself. I'm like, bruh, did I really tell this motherfucker, give this motherfucker information about me that's that sensitive? And then sometimes it's not, because I could tell you something, Howard, and I could tell the girl something, and she'll think it's tea. When like, nah, bruh, everybody know about that shit about me, right? So at the end of the day, when I told her no and she was trying to leverage her power, one thing I do with a female, listen, you don't run shit over here. You know what I'm saying? When some chicks be like, you gotta earn shit. You gotta earn it with me. Like, what am I earning? Your pussy? That other niggas already done got? Exactly. For real? Like, I already done earned that. Like, I ain't got, no, you gotta earn me. You working on the relationship, not me. Right. You know, women hold the keys to sex. Men hold the keys to relationships. Right? So, I always end up getting a relationship I'm not ready for. So me and her entered in a little relationship thing. And when I seen this not working out, you know, I started pushing back like, hey, bitch, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Do what you need to do. I'm done with it. So after that, that's when all the chaos ensued. And then that's when all the bullshit online and motherfuckers sending me shit online. I'm like, bro, you know that ain't true about me. But y'all can sit up there and entertain the whole, like, that's why y'all boys, anytime y'all hear anything about me online that come from a bitch and you want to believe it, take your beta ass over there and go listen to that bitch. Because it ain't like that over here, in alphacology land. Nah, we alpha males. Whatever the fuck, do not come over here. Oh, I heard this. I don't give a fuck what you heard. Don't give a damn what you heard. Sit down. Sit. You ain't hear that shit from me. Sit down here and soak up this knowledge. Sit down here. I don't give a damn. The one thing about it, they love to attack the messenger. No, nigga, attack the message. You know what I'm saying? And so when I did that, I said, man, I gotta do the story of Jezebels, because every time, the first time you deal with a Jezebel, all right, your mistake. Their mistake. Second time, all right, shame on you. Third time, I hope you know what you're doing. Like me, the fourth and fifth time, it's always, damn, the Jezebel card come up later. But I'm going to tell y'all like this. 80 to 90% of their asses is Jezebels. That's it. If they online, they got that spirit on them, bro. And I ain't met a chick yet. And one thing I tell you, I'm going to tell, hey, Howard, man, tell them about trusting females, bro. Go ahead, tell them.
Hey, don't trust them. Just don't trust them, man. You know, they all going, I won't say.
You can trust them with certain shit, bro.
Yeah. Just don't give them 100% trust.
Hold on, let me tell you something. Man, listen. I don't usually disagree with Howard, but I'm finna disagree with his ass now. Right. You can trust women. I said this shit on my Twitter, bro. You can trust women, but believe me, you can trust women. I trust women. You know what I trust them with? I'm going to trust them with doing whatever the fuck they feel like doing. I'm going to trust them to make decisions based off their emotions, not their logic. That's it. That's what you need to trust the motherfuckers with. Believe me, if she's mad enough at you, it is no rules in love and war. If that motherfucker love you enough, dawg, I done seen a woman tear a nigga down, call a nigga gay. You know how many times I done been called gay? You know how many times I done been called broke? You know how many times I done said, oh, he must got AIDS? You know how many times I done been called that? Bro, they will do and say anything. If they're hurt enough, they'll do anything, say anything to hurt you. Believe that. So to stop all the hurt and the pain, don't be on no player shit. Don't be on no liar shit. Just tell them the truth off, like we've been saying. Tell them the truth from the get-go. Because it always come back to bite me in the ass. And then whatever they say, especially when a girl is very eager for you to open up and she's asking a bunch of questions, cut that shit off, bro. That's not going to get you. Answering all a woman questions ain't going to get you no pussy. Cut that shit off. Stay mysterious. That is how you garner respect from a woman, even from a Jezebel. You don't get too involved. You keep that shit at arm's distance. I done dealt with plenty of Jezebels before, but I kept that shit at arm's distance and kept that shit mysterious, and them motherfuckers still got respect for me to this day. To this day, they still don't know what I got going on like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But they will come. If you let them fuck your shit up, they will fuck your shit up. They will. If they think they can control and manipulate you, that's what the fuck they gonna do. That's what Jezebel comes from. That's why a motherfucker call it Jezebel. All right?
Also, if you true to yourself and you keep it 100 with yourself, she can't use none of that against you. At the end of the day, she's gonna be the fool.
Oh yeah, they always come back looking like fools. Bro.
All looking for, because if you keep it real, which only way you get mad is when you lied. When you lied or you sat there, you told too much.
Yeah, you gotta get mad at your. Hey, I was upset with myself, like, bro, I know better than this.
It's accountability, man. That's one thing about it. The whole out thing is accountability, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, mental and spiritual awareness is big. Do not think with your dick. I'm telling you. Every time I go to thinking with my dick, some shit blow up in my face. So that's why I sit up there and tell y'all all the time, hey, we're human too. I'm not finna sit up here and tell you I'm evil, but one thing about it, I wake up in the morning no matter what fucked up decisions I made or how I took an L with a female, I always enjoy being myself, because at the end of the day, I'm happy. At the end of the day, I ain't make myself look stupid. Going online, going back and forth with a bitch. I don't do that. I just block them, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I always tell dudes, I say, you run into a chick ain't got no social media, take her seriously. That's all I can tell y'all.
That's rare. That's rare and far.
If she's a 6 or 7 and she ain't got no social media, that motherfucker need to be at the top of your list of motherfuckers you need to be with. Because to this day, I ain't met one woman yet who ain't got. Well, I did meet a couple women, but they're in and out of social media. I respect that more than the bitch who on that bitch every day and got something to say. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I be saying stuff to get, fun of my stuff so we could do the alphacology thing. Now I'm about to be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to it's time to make money off of this shit. What I would tell you guys, bro, is out of all the 3 stories of Jezebel I got for you guys, I gave you guys today, as I sit back and reflect, I could have had the 3rd and 4th time, I was just being cocky because I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? But even if you don't care about, oh, she a Jezebel, I ain't going to take it seriously, I ain't going to wife her, it still drains your energy. It still takes away from your focus on being the most alpha version of yourself, being the best man you could be. Because now you're in the middle of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And One thing about it, the more females you deal with, the more bullshit you gonna have. I don't give a fuck if you're a billionaire. I don't give a damn, man. Hey, listen, I tell dudes all, hey, your cutoff limit should be 4. Okay, 3, actually 3.